What was the most emotional moment in your favorite TV show? In BoJack Horseman season 3 finale, I think it is, where he's driving down the highway after Sarah Lynn's death, I believe, and he closes his eyes, takes his hands off the wheel and leans his head back, and right before he lets the car go off the road and crash, he slams on the brakes and looks out off the side of the road to see all these horses just running wild and free, and he realizes he wants to keep on living. Buffy finding her mom's body. Most realistic scene of the whole show. I watched both of my parents die. My mum had a massive stroke one December. We'd found out that night there was indeed no coming back from it. She was dead. Her body just didn't know it yet. And there were people there in the hospital just laughing and going about their lives. It reminded me of Buffy on the back porch, hearing kids playing in the distance. The wind chimes, the sun. So accurate. See, we are not doomed. Sarah Lynn. Sarah Lynn? I remember everything. I am sober now. The episode of Star Trek TNG where Picard is zapped by a probe and experiences the life of a man on a dying planet. He couldn't accept it at first. He knew he was in Starfleet, but everyone convinced him it was a delusion. He finally gave in and accepted that this was his life. He falls in love, raises a family, and tries to make the best life possible knowing that the planet is doomed. When Picard is death, he finally snaps out of the experience and is back on the bridge of the Enterprise. Picard is once again faced with discerning what is reality versus delusion. I have never felt more empathy for a fictional character than in this episode. You're the smartest guy I ever met, but you're too stupid to see. He made up his mind 10 minutes ago. The way he accepts his end was so crucial to Hank's character. He had so much faith in Walt it ended up being his downfall, and it was one of those key moments that really made you realize Heisenberg had become more of a personality than an alias. Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. That Adventure Time episode breaks me every single time. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know most would say when Iroh was singing to his deceased son, but something really got me when Momo lay down and slept on Appa's footprint. Woodhouse dying in Archer, and Archer actually missing him. The grave scene where Archer brings him a baggie and says his goodbyes, then it cuts to the screen saying that he's really gone. 2 underrated Simpsons moments. When Bart's comet is about to destroy Springfield and everyone crowds into Flanders' shelter, then they kick him out. He goes up to a hill to die alone, singing, "Que Sera Sera." Then the entire town joins him, having reconsidered. When Homer is about to have open heart surgery and has to say goodbye to Bart and Lisa because he might not make it, he doesn't know what to say, so Lisa whispers in his ear what he should tell Bart, and Bart whispers in his ear what he should say to Lisa. In Fresh Prince, the scene where Will asks his uncle, "How come he don't want me, man?" That scene hit hard. Futurama when Fry's dog Seymour waits for Fry to come back for the rest of his life. Saddest moment in all of television. The one with the 7-leaf clover and his nephew is also a good one. There is an episode of Quantum Leap where the main character Sam leaps into himself in the past, and he keeps trying to stop his brother from going to Vietnam because this eventually leads to his brother's death. No matter what he tries though, he can't seem to stop his brother from dying. Eventually he breaks down saying, "It's not fair" to his companion Al. Al sort of wisely steps back and says, "I think it's damn fair, Sam. I'd give anything to be able to see my family again." Sam recognizes this and is now able to go forward with his original mission for why he leaped there in the first place. Seeing Michael Scott walk towards his plane for the last time, not to come back to the office ever again, made me legitimately cry. 8 simple rules. When the actor who played the dad had died and they had to dedicate an episode to the dad's death, obviously all the crying from the other actors were real because they were mourning their coworker. Through the episode the daughter hated how "I hate you" was the last word she spoke to him before he died. Then at the end they find his last story for his job where he writes that every time his kids tell him, "I hate you," he actually hears, "I love you," because he knows it's just a part of being a good parent.